Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. This is like the Nerf color palette, dude. Have you ever, like, I don't know, brother, I don't know, sister, have you ever seen, like, those, like, Nerf balls, or, like, even, like, Nerf darts or something with, like, the orange and the blue? This is the Nerf color palette, not sponsored. But, hey, listen, I'm feeling pretty good. You want to know why? It's very shrimple, okay? I finished recording a series that nobody knew about last night. And I started recording a new series that nobody knows about last night and today as well. And we have a couple of episodes on that. Now, Final Fantasy 6, I believe, the one that we're playing, the one that's got, like, you know, the funny going, like, alien mode and flying around. The one with Terra. Sorry for completely blanking. The one with Terra and Noja are going to come back, and one of the members did ask for a specific game, and I've been looking into that game. So there is movement on that front, but I've been trying to get a batch of recordings when the moment strikes me, so that I can hopefully keep some variety arc momentum going into the future. Now, with all that being said, who are we going to play today? And I think it's very shrimple, alright? I think it's very shrimple. I hit the Firefox button. I hit the channel bookmark that I have. I quickly switched the videos tab so that the Mystery of the Druids episode doesn't load, and then I scroll through here very briefly. And you know what I see? I don't see a Toshiaki run in a little bit of time, huh? When was the last Toshiaki run? 3 weeks ago? You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. You're goddarn right. You're correct. It's Moshi Moshi time. We'll take the class of 1980X, and we're off to the freaking races. We're off to the It's Look Who It Is. We're off to the running, alright? Now, what god do we want? You know what? When's the last Cthulhu we did? Backstory World of Horror. I didn't pick it, the game did. But yeah, no, I feel good. I recorded like 4 videos in the span of a couple days that has nothing to do with World of Horror, and I'm getting back into the swing of things, you know? Like, listen, the channel, when you're doing like almost daily uploads, you go through the paces, you go through the motions of we're so back and it's so over. And we're coming out of the It's So Over dip, and we're gonna enter an It's So Back territory, alright? Not a New Year's resolution. God, what the hell's gonna happen in 2025? My ass misspeaking like that, but... A New Year's resolution. Nah. I don't play that way. I don't. It's true. Yo, expel evil? That on a character who doesn't need it? You're goddamn right. But, we're just gonna try to do more content. We are. We're just gonna try to do more content. We're gonna try to do more variety. Because I feel like I got that energy. I got that dog in me now, you know? Let's see. I think we do Thaumaturgy Teacher. I can't, like, we do need to do painting at some point, but I think you can just start with Thaumaturgy Teacher. I think it's alright. Now, I do want to move kind of quick. It's not really, like, I don't really have any obligations. I don't really have any obligations tonight, but I did say I would play a game with a friend, so we do need to kind of go a little bit fast. Not, like, super fast, but I don't care about Doom, dude. That also almost killed me, so, you know, let's be a little bit realistic here. I don't actually want the Carpenter Hammer, because, like, the speed's not the issue, it's the chance to hit. I want the best chance to hit that I can get. And, I mean, you already know what kind of game we're playing with Toshiaki, right? You already know what kind of degenerate gaming that we're doing here. And we can go up to, like, 40 Doom, I don't really care. As long as we get a couple of books, everything's good. And, I mean, obviously, we don't want anything else but books, just so that our combat is, like, good, you know? Tome of Rot being in the rotation, absolutely beautiful, okay? Absolutely beautiful. I would love to see, like, how the RNG of this game works. I think that would be super interesting. I think it would be super interesting to know how RNG in this game works. Because it seems like there's enough of a pattern that if you were absolutely cracked and you actually, like, figured it all out, that you could, like, manipulate the RNG to exactly what you wanted. Like, most of the time. Because, like, you just see the same shit over and over and over again. So I'm just thinking, like, gotta be a way to manipulate it in some way. We'll go up to, like, 47, I think. Yeah, alright, I'm good. Never mind, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, We're going up to 50? We're going up to 52, chat. It's fine. We're playing Toshiaki, remember? Please consult the graph. Now, of course, any extra Doom that we're spending is a little bit sketchy, just in the immediate. The mansion's doomed, that kind of sucks. I'm a little... You don't decline me, fool. It's a little... not the best. Go to the downtown twice to get less damage? I don't think I will. Alright. You're goddamn right. We are doing the gambling arc right now. The only thing that can make this episode better is if we had the camera. But you know what? I'm insanely greedy, but I don't want to perform greed that they talk about in the... I don't want to perform any greed that they don't talk about, you know... I ruined the bit completely. I was trying to say I don't want to commit any greed that they talk about in the Necronomicon, but I just couldn't land it. I could not, like... Groundskeeper Willie came up to me and was like, listen, you can still impress them if you nail the landing. Didn't happen. Second enemy gore-covered student, by the way. It's pretty spooky. You ever think about that? I think we can. I think we can go brace pilled right here. Brace posting. I don't know if that was the best way to do it, but this scene cannot be skipped. Real, absolutely. Damn, we're not that fast. But I guess we can just dodge. No happy feet allowed. No happy feet allowed. Confirmed. Hate to see it. 55% Doom, actually. Yeah, because we're playing Katurufu, that's right. So we get, It's Just a Dream, which is, really strong. I'm gonna take Strength just so that we don't randomly die. But I did want to take Knowledge there. You know me. I wanted to take Knowledge there. I wanted to make our combat even more disgusting. But taking Strength there is completely fine. Mostly just because, you know, every single time you go to the other world, it's like a 33% chance that you die. The mansion is doomed, dude. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go here. I think we go to Household Hell, and then before we walk inside, we move the police station over to the mansion, and then we do the double, triple threat mansion mysteries in a row, you know? That's what I'm thinking about. I think we take the Sanity, right? Or we just take the EXP, you know? Put the EXP in the bag, you love to see it. I think we take the 7 EXP there. Do I want to get bonus EXP for doing one safe seaside investigation? Honestly, yeah. is 15 EXP in exchange for... I mean, this is just... I consider this an absolute win. I consider that an absolute win. It's not a bad thing that happened there. That was, like, one of the few times that actually doing an investigation didn't screw you over, just because it was, like, positive effect, but with a dice roll, and then positive effect guaranteed. Because, like, the look for a warehouse job, even if you fail it, that's guaranteed money. Because, you know, this may be the scariest reality that someone can imagine, but they are still bound by the honor-bound rules of if somebody does work, you should pay them. I don't know, dude. I don't want to go to the other worlds. Just give me the 10 EXP. Let me get out of here. And then the, you know, the getting an ally for a charisma check, pretty bad if you fail it. What if we checked out the masks? Like, here's the thing. Funny mask is crazy here, but every other mask I don't really care about. What if we just did... What if we just did this? We haven't fought the headless mannequin in, like, 80 years, dude. It's not, like, a good idea to do it, by the way, but... We're dodging. We're going gambling. It's the gambling arc. Because I don't really care losing 1 stamina versus 2 stamina. It's not really that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Now this is where we're gonna miss. And then I would naturally cry, but... Headless Mannequin, 25 EXP, that ain't that bad. Even though we do need a B-slot item, and a funny mask would basically be like you win the game automatically. I still think getting the free mask is overwhelmingly positive, mostly just because... I don't remember which one is, like, the minus sanity one. It's this one, right? Yeah, too much information about your life. So you get EXP, but you take sanity damage. Oh, the Cthulhu Rufu special, chat. The Cthulhu Rufu special. It's true. Given your body needs it, you can't go to sleep now. I think... I can't get Insomnia Mystery 2. I can't get Insomnia Mystery 2. As much as you hate to see it, we got Mind Drain. We could maybe use Mind Drain at some point. We could probably use Mind Drain at some point. Real bad mystery for us, by the way. I'm not really worried about the Doom as it stands, because, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. We'll take 2 Doom here. It's better 1 Doom here than it is to run away. Shoutouts to such absurd attack speed that we could sever 3 times when most people can only sever twice. Honestly, quick thinking, like, leadership, we only need leadership if we get hunger and, like, use a sewing kit. Or we get, like, 2 hungers. So I think that just getting our dodge to be slightly faster is, like, completely worth it. This was, like, an awful mystery. Like, if we lose the game, which I don't know if we're... I don't think we're gonna lose. I don't think we're gonna lose. Like, we've gone up, like, a net, like, what, 7% Doom between mysteries? As long as we can make it to the end of a mystery, we never have to care about Doom. And we still don't have roads closed, so this is totally doable. But I don't know. I think we're good. And quick thinking actually works here now that I think about it. I'll take the minus sanity. I think that's fine. Our biggest threat is stat checks, and we've actually gotten absurdly lucky with stat checks so far. But some of the times you get a stat check that results in some sort of, like, permanent debuff, and you're not too worried about that. But right now we're just sort of, like, relying on Doom, increases, injuries, curses, that sort of thing. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. I can't take 3 sanity loss here. Actually, we totally can. We just have to get into a fight. And then we can use Mind Drain. Sure, we'll take +1 perception and equip that never. Because I'm not getting rid of one of these books. They're too powerful. We can definitely sell something. Although you know, we could Jar of Blood. Like, if this next investigation is Jar of Blood before we have an opportunity to sell something, I'm a little bit upset about that, but it's not really a big deal. Gonna go down to, like, 67 Doom, 65 Doom after this. It's pretty fine. Actually, shit, it's gonna be lower than that. It's gonna be like 64. Never mind. It was 65. I was right originally. Okay, don't accidentally use any of these. What the hell was that in the what the hell was that down there, huh? You ever think about that? There's like a little button down here, and now it's gone. Am I crazy? Did I just never notice that there was a button here that, like, appeared and disappeared? Like, I don't know what the hell that button does. I just saw it, and then I was like, oh, that's a weird symbol, and then it disappeared in front of me. It's like when you're scrolling on Twitter, X, sorry, and you see, like, the greatest piece of artwork you've ever seen in your entire life, and you fail the QuickTime event, and before you can like the image, it disappears into the ether and you never see it again. And then you make one of those viral tweets where it's like, did anybody see this image? I saw it on my timeline, and then my timeline got refreshed, and I don't see it anymore. And then somebody shows it to you, and you're like, thanks, bud. I think the, you know, obviously, like, you can't really talk about Twitter without getting, like... without getting it feels so like such a nerd thing to say. You can't really talk about Twitter without getting political, because so when Mr. Doge, Mr. Executive Director of Doge himself came into power, you know, when he bought the thing, it was obviously like everybody made fun of him because it's like $44 billion for Twitter, what are you, crazy? But it actually turned out to be, like, a really good investment in, like, a very stupid way. Because a lot of the changes that were made to that website were for the sole purpose of making misinformation more, whatchamacallit, for making misinformation more easily spread, right? Like, basically, if you really think about it, from every single objective standpoint, every single change that was made for the sole purpose of essentially just screwing over the truth, or, like, people trying to find the objective truth. And I'm not saying, like, the OG Twitter blue check marks were, like, the enlightened, based people, you know? But, like, back in the day, this is how we lose 2 vital clues in a row, by the way. I gotta rest. Just so that if we take 2 sanity damage here, we can forget Mind Drain. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. A lot of things that could have happened there. It's pretty bad. But we made it. We live another day. Let me regain some goddamn sanity here. I'll go to max 10, that's fine. Just so that we can, we did that Mind Drain just to heal, by the way. I'm not worried about this fight at all. But, like, basically all the decisions that were made for Twitter exclusively exist to make misinformation more easily spread and to further dilute, like, reality from, like, you know, the immaterium, basically. Like, Twitter is, I don't know, Twitter's the warp, I guess. Like, who knows what the hell's happening in there, you know? And it's just really, really bad, you know? And from a business perspective, none of the decisions make sense. Like, all the decisions are terrible from a business perspective. That site does not make, like, as much money as it used to. Twitter is not a very profitable business model, if we're being honest. But the thing about it that's so, like, important is, and this is real, is it was basically just used to propagate, like, things that aren't real, you know? And so you were able to, like, controlling information is more valuable than money. At least that's kind of what we we saw with the Twitter buy, with the Twitter valuation. I remember there was a really viral tweet that basically, I think it was from the Skull guy Sean, but I don't actually remember. And it was basically like something to the effect of like, the problem that Elon Musk has is that the policies of Twitter were not because of woke, they were because of advertising, and he's going to get Twitter back to that position, like the same positions they used to have, just because he wants advertiser money. And that was like an evergreen tweet that people would bring up a lot when advertisers would like leave Twitter, you know? But the thing is, that's not like that is a, you know, a realistic like thing to say, and it was a good predictive element of the future, but it ultimately missed the point of like the real reason why Twitter was purchased. It was purchased so that one of the, you know, larger social media, not the largest, not anywhere close to being the largest, but one of the larger social media platforms could be purposefully ruined for the purpose of propaganda, you know? And it's very interesting to still be on Twitter, because like 90% of the replies to posts are all like abysmal dog shit that you do not care about at all, right? Like, you really see this stuff and it's like completely, like, how do I put it? When you are on Twitter and you when you're on Twitter, right? The replies of every post that's like a serious post. Like, if it's Twitter is usable in fandom spaces sometimes, like niche fandoms. Like, it works well for, I guess, Limbus Company, right? It works well for Limbus Company because it's like somebody makes a tweet that's like Limbus Company coded, and then it gets like replies. It'll get like 20 replies or something, and then it will get like a quote retweet changing the conversation to something else, and like 3 people will reply, right? And so it'll, you know, it's manageable on smaller fandoms, but Twitter as a platform does not fundamentally work anymore for anything that has like more than 20 people talking at the same time. Because if you go to like a piece of news, right? It is the most abysmal dog shit. No matter what you think about the actual news, right? Like, you could see something on the news that's like, you know, this piece of news is like, just as like an example, you know, new study, drinking water, does it kill you? And then, you know, let's say that you're pro-water, right? The comment section, the replies, the quote retweets, everything is completely unusable dog shit. Let's say that you're anti-water and you hate water. And, you know, all the top replies are basically just AI bots. Like, let's be real. These people, they're not real. they're not real. The people who are at the top of the replies are not real people. They are not real people. They don't exist. It's dead internet theory. Those people are not real. And they just repeat the same thing over and over and over. So it's like, even if they are real, which they're not, they don't offer anything into the conversation. So you're scrolling through like 50, 80, 90 blue checkmark replies of the dumbest shit you've ever seen in your life that doesn't add anything to the conversation or say anything interesting or anything useful or anything even remotely, like, you know, anything even remotely at all like that, you know, nothing valuable, nothing useful. It's all complete and utter abysmal dog shit, right? Like, literally none of this does anything. -3 stamina, -2 sanity. You love to see it. But it's just all useless, right? And so, but the thing is, it's like, that's the intentional point, you know? That's not a bug or mismanagement or incompetence. That's the intended, like, that's it. That's how it works. That's the intended consequence of what's going on. You know what I mean? It's like the intended purpose of Twitter being unusable garbage is that it's unusable garbage. Like, that's the whole point. Is like, Twitter isn't supposed to be a usable platform. It is supposed to, if you go on it, expose you to things that are harmful and controversial, and the only thing that you're going to see is AI bot propaganda. Right? Like, that's unfortunately just kind of how the website is right now, you know? There was a really good video by like a guy who reviews music equipment. He made like a video about bots on Twitter, and it's a very good one. If I remember what it's called, I'll like link it in the description or whatever. It's a very good video, but it basically just talks about how like there are these bot farms, and the entire like change, every single change. Like, if you try to make common sense reactions. That's completely the wrong word. If you try to look at it from like a common sense lens or like a business perspective lens, why did Elon make these changes to Twitter? The answer doesn't make sense, right? Because it's not a business decision, and it's not a, not free speech, not business, not for profit, nothing. Like, none of that shit makes sense if you look at what he's doing. Or even like usability or anything like that, right? But if you look at it from a propaganda perspective, where the entire purpose of the website is just to, like, manufacture what's going on, if you look at it from that perspective, every single decision makes sense. Like, there are 2 new changes that are being floated for Twitter, and, like, I don't know if it's, like, something that gets updated immediately, because, like, updates on Twitter get, like, not rolled out for everyone at the same time, because the company isn't competent. Like, the company's bad, but they do eventually get these things working. And so what they're doing on Twitter now is that they are making it to where you can't see, like, when something has been edited, and you can't see when something's been posted. So these are the changes that they're floating around, right? So it's Jover, right? Like, it's completely Jover. Every feature on Twitter is a joke. And, you know, people are losing their ability, unfortunately, to see, like, a lot of, whatchamacallit, like, a lot of subliminal messaging things and, like, a lot of, like, intentional decisions. Because, like, people will say, like, oh, you're looking too much into this, you're thinking about this too much, it ain't that deep. This sort of, like, anti-intellectualism or, like, wanting to engage with things more on more than a surface level. And you see stuff like this. And the thing that really... I gotta get on Blue Sky, probably. Or, like, whatever the Twitter competitor is. Because, like, Twitter's just completely useless now. It's not very good. But, I don't know. You just gotta, like... If you look at it from a propaganda perspective, every change to Twitter makes sense. Because every single change to Twitter makes it easier for information to be manipulated, and easier for, like, fake stories to spread, basically. It sucks. It's a very interesting death of a platform, and it's basically not worth using now, right? Like, it's essentially like a Chan board, almost. But, I don't know. It has an air of legitimacy because it was purchased from people who gave it an air of legitimacy by, their policies and the work that they did on the platform. And then the platform was bought from them, so it's like, I don't know, we're living in weird times, man. We're living in weird times, sister. It is what it is. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, have a good one, bye. Don't use Twitter, it's not worth it anymore.